I'm Zachary Epps, Boulder's eco-broker realtor, and I'm here today to give you an outline, a tour of another neighborhood. This neighborhood profile is about University Hill, and I'm starting here actually in front of a house at 1010 Lincoln. The reason we're here today and the reason we're starting here is because this was the very first place I lived when I moved to Boulder. I was a cook at the Greenbrier restaurant back in the late 70s, and this was my first spot. The University Hill neighborhood is broad in some sense. It's not huge geographically, but it's very different from end to end. When people think of University Hill, they think of a couple of things. Obviously, you think of CU or the university, and that's only simply because it's adjacent to campus. We're actually on the west side of Broadway from campus, but more importantly, what's also important is there are two distinct differences in this neighborhood. There's the area of the Hill, which it's called, which is more of a retail shopping experience supported and fueled by the local CU students. And then around that area we do have a lot of there aren't multi-use units per se in the current lingo, but really what's happened is a lot of houses got converted to rentals. In this part, most of them are single-family homes, and the trend is going back to owner-occupied single-family homes, and that's the distinction I wanted you to get. The home you're looking at here is a wonderful example of what we have and what we're able to find in terms of real estate in the University Hill neighborhood. And one of the things I like is this huge tree. It's another fine example of the mature landscaping and the mature neighborhood that you have over here. With the trend towards owner-occupied homes, with real estate prices going up and rentals kind of going away, it's really exciting to see the restoration and renovation of these classic examples of craftsman-style architecture. It's right next to the Chautauqua neighborhood, and for many people, one of the most cherished neighborhoods in Boulder. I'm on what's almost amounts to the western edge, actually, of the University Hill neighborhood, and I'm standing right in front of the boyhood home of Scott Carpenter. If you don't know who Scott Carpenter is, you will soon enough, especially if you move to Boulder, if you're not here already. Scott Carpenter's a famous astronaut from back in the 60s when the NASA program and all that was going on. They even named a big park right in the middle of Boulder after him. The reason we're here is because I wanted to give you another example of, and I hate to overuse this word, but it fits, diversity of this neighborhood. We talked a little bit about the Hill and what's going on over there, that edge where a lot of the university students live and the retail shops are that service those people. And then in the middle of the neighborhood, we got a glimpse of the arts and crafts or craftsman-style homes. Over here on this end, we're seeing a lot of custom homes. Generally speaking, that's what was going on over here, and that's what's still going on today, whether they're renovating, whether they're tearing down some of the very small shacks, if you will, and building nicer homes. But what this speaks to also is the age of the community and the age of the neighborhood. While I may have told you before that the Chautauqua neighborhood is one of the oldest neighborhoods in Boulder, frankly, this is probably one of, if not the oldest houses in Boulder. And if you look at old photographs of the building called Old Main at the CU campus, the very first building that went up before there were any trees around here, take a close look and you might see this home in the background. I had an opportunity to speak with one of the neighbors just down the street. I wouldn't say it's a rare opportunity. I could go knocking on people's doors, but I don't tend to do that. But she came out and offered up some information, and what was really a neat thing to hear was that in certain parts of the University Hill neighborhood, like many neighborhoods in Boulder, they're tending to trend back towards owner-occupied homes, and there are a lot of families living in these neighborhoods. And she said specifically that the southern part and the western part of these neighborhoods have definitely seen an uptick in families and children. So if that's interesting to you, it's certainly interesting to me. What I'd like you to do is also explore some of the other video profiles I've done for you, both on neighborhoods and businesses, and get a better sense of what's going on in the community in Boulder and get a better sense of what I'm all about. More importantly, what I'd love to see you do is either call or email me so we can explore this town and these neighborhoods together.